Good morning. I wanted to follow up. This is day 5 of our March Wellness. We've already had a yoga class this morning, and I wanted to follow up with the sequence of standing poses that we did as our daily challenge or practice for wellness. So we're going to come into using plank as our connection in the side ribs between the feet, the big toe particularly for liver, and the top of the head for gallbladder, and that connection. It's all going to come from the side ribs. So come to your mats and we'll do the sequence together. So standing at the top of your mat, we'll just lift the arms up to sky. Deep breath, feel the ribs lifting. Exhaling, forward fold. Stepping back to plank. Widen those fingers, stacking right underneath the shoulders, pulling glutes down towards heels as you stretch the heels back, and pulling belly up. So we hold plank for strength, we feel the side body, feel the whole length between the top of the head and the toes. And then we turn into side plank. So choosing the right side, so I can face camera here. Find the outside edge of the foot. The other foot can lay on top. And we're pulling ribs up, 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 opening the top of the ribs, and then we can lift hand to sky. When we find our balance, then we can lift the foot, we can hold balance, we can bring knee in, and we can turn all the way around with strength into a crescent lunge, lifting up. Pressing, lift that back thigh, push through the heel. Good. And then we bring hands down to earth and we step right into a pyramid. So step that back foot forward, balance the hips, lifting chest up, take a big deep breath, and exhale down. Breathing in, feeling the stretch in the back of the legs, pulling belly up. Find the left hip pulling back, right hip pulling forward, and lowering head again. Big deep breaths, stretching. And then we'll go ahead and bend that front knee. We're going to work on balance. We're going to lift right into a tree of your choice, where you want to put the foot, calf, just never on a joint. I'll come up, press my foot into the leg back into foot, squeezing core right to center, holding tree. So it's really important, pulling tailbone down, pulling belly in, pushing foot into leg back into foot. And then we hold that as we release the leg. We come right into warrior 3. And you leave your hands at the chest, or you can bring them down to earth or to a block. Turning toes down, press through the leg, and then bring hands to floor. Turning right into a half moon. Bring your left hand forward, turn and square, and stack that right hip right on top of left. And then we can lift hand to sky, pressing out through the leg, and you can lift higher and higher. You can use the block, come to the tips of your fingers, lift the chest up, push through that back foot. And then we bring foot down to squat, sit down, then roll the arms up for chair. And then we bring hands right down in front of the heart, and we lift the heels now to work on balance as we sink down just a little more. And when we release that, heels down, roll arms up, take a nice chest opener. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back to plank, we'll come down right into an up dog, right in between. Just lower the hips, squeeze shoulders. Toes tucked or not tucked. Lowering those ribs. So here's this connection point between the side ribs, between the toes and the top of the head, lifting, squeezing shoulder blades while opening the heart. Take a breath in, drop chin so I don't use my neck to lift up, pulling from the belly, press back to down dog. Rolling back to plank, hold here, find the plank, find the connection, shift those heels back behind, and then we turn other side, left side for me, pulling ribs up, opening top ribs, lift the hand, lift the foot, hold for strength, rolling right in, crescent lunge up, and bring hands down to floor, step right into pyramid, and give it some time. Lengthen and lower. Pressing heels down to floor again, pulling left hip forward, pressing right hip back. Lifting, inhale, exhale, lower. And then lifting up, bend knee, and then rolling right to a standing tree. Pressing foot into thigh, thigh back into foot, tailbone down, belly in. Finding your focus point, your drishti. Be the tree. That doesn't mean you're not wobbling. Those little muscles in your ankles are getting stronger. Holding, and then we release the foot without collapsing and come right into a warrior three. Flex those toes down, press through that back leg. Again, you can hold the hands underneath for balance, or you can put them down onto the floor to help lift and hold, and then you can start working on one hand at a time, bringing that back up. Here we turn to half moon, rotate that left hip right on top of right, tuck it underneath. Right hand comes off the mat and lifts up to sky. Big deep breath, stretching up and out. And then we bring down to a little tuck, squat, hands back up, chair. Sitting down, lower, lower, lower. Then hands to heart. Lift those heels. And then when you sink the heels down, lift up the heart, open, exhale, forward fold, step back, again to plank, and then we'll lower down nice and easy. Come right into a Sphinx as our warm down pose. Open the feet, stack the elbows, and just drop those lower ribs down to the floor. Again, think about the middle body, side ribs opening. And then roll down, lengthen spine, press back. Last counter pose, embryo, child's pose. And then that's our sequence, our standing sequence for today. Thank you. See you tomorrow.